Alright, welcome back. This is the latest in our series of challenge resets for Injustice on Android. And this is the Regime Killer Frost. And we're gonna have one more tip. We've been refining the method each time we've been doing it for every challenge.
Yeah. Originally the plan was just to kind of have a really quick video saying, yes, it still works. And, just to answer that question that we seem to keep on getting on our challenge reset
Right, and maybe demonstrate it really quickly because we were hoping it'd be just the same, but as we're doing more, we're learning more, and we've got a few other refinements to use. So hopefully, well, this time we definitely have a refinement, but hopefully this will be the last of it so that we've got a method that will work for as many people as possible.
Yes, hopefully everyone.
So you'll see that we started it from fresh start, and we'll just demonstrate that our challenge has been completed once on standard level. We've got a few battles completed in expert mode. One thing to remember though is that this will work at any point, whether you've completed nightmare mode, whether you've only done part of the standard, you've done all of standard, or you've finished expert, doesn't matter.
Yeah, this will work at any time.
So the idea is, normally you wouldn't have to go to the challenge, you'd go to your collection, take a look at the gear cards. So the time it takes to populate the pictures is enough time to have this open before you go back to the main page, bring up your settings, which we had open from before, shut off your internet connection. If it's Wi-Fi, turn off your Wi-Fi. If you've got a data plan,
turn off your
turn it
into airplane mode. Right. Yeah.
So what you want to do is go into the future on a date when the challenge is completed, but not too far. The reason why you shouldn't go too far is that there's always a risk that if you go into the store while your clock is advanced into the future,
you will lose your discount gold packs for 75,000 credits. And we've also seen sometimes a problem where people lose their multiplayer bonus missions. Now, we have not had a problem with this for quite some time now. I think it happened to us once or twice. But in the end, this is a glitch, and we aren't exactly sure what causes it. It's a little finicky.
Right. So one of the things you need to keep in mind, if you leave a comment about whether it works or not, and if it's not working for you, you want help, make sure there's a reply option. Chances are we're less likely to reply if the option isn't there. It probably has something to do with your YouTube settings.
There's a video on it that we link to on our About page, and if we remember, we'll put in the description of this video.
Right, to fix your settings so that you can have a reply option. So if you are commenting and you want to reply, make sure you want to give, okay, so here we are. This is where it normally fails. If it's going to fail, where it says challenge, instead of 90 days, it shows 16,000 something days. And it's working. So we're going to take the next step. If it's not, you need to shut down Injustice, restore your date back to today.
Turn on your Wi-Fi and generally just restart the entire reset.
So when you get to this page and it's worked, you wait 1 minute. That 1 minute is critical actually. If you go too fast, it won't happen. What's going to happen is when we hit the challenge, it will give us 25 more credits. Now you can see we've already got 27. It's like that first message you get when you've got a brand new challenge. That free 25 credits is what we're waiting for. So when you give details of what you did and what you got, we want your device information, your operating system,
the steps that you took, just generally any information that might be relevant about your problem.
Right, and this is Android specific. It does not work on Apple devices. So if you've got Apple specific questions, then you might want to hold on. And that's been a minute. There's our credits. We go back to our settings. We don't put our internet connection back on, but we change the date back to today. So we're going to start a comment that's specifically for iOS or iOS devices, so that it's more likely that somebody with an Apple specific question will have it answered when other Apple users are looking at that particular comment. So what else did we want to mention? Yeah, so if you get the 16,000 plus day messages consistently. You're doing it over and over again. It happens like that. One thing we've noticed is that tends to happen with faster, newer devices. We are currently running LG Optimus G.
Which is a pretty laggy device when running Injustice.
Yeah, and our Android version is 4.1.2. Alright, there we go. Confirm. Challenge expired, but because we changed the date back, that's not a problem. And you notice the bottom, instead of 27 credits, we now have 25. So, we are in the present, no internet connection. Let's go back to the future. To date when
Back
the
to the
challenges-
future.
Yeah. Alright, let's see. Biff was really good in Freaks and Geeks. Anyways, so what was I talking about? Lost my train of thought.
One thing, we did try filming this a couple times on some software for the device.
Screen recorder software.
It was too laggy and it crashed a couple times when we were trying to film, so we had to go back to this.
Well, that's right. Speaking of faster devices, so the people that tend to have trouble seem to be running faster devices. One strategy that worked for, and I apologize, I don't remember our commenter's name off the top of my head right now. I think it was Ashik. But if you leave other apps running in the background, so in effect what we're trying to do is slow down your device so that it's laggy as ours, so it's
Like
not...
download an app, try to open music, open a bunch of other stuff.
Right.
Just have a bunch of stuff open.
And this, yeah, that'll usually, well, not usually, but that definitely helped that one particular commenter. So if that's the issue, try that. So we're waiting another minute, and this step is actually not to reset the challenge. The challenge has already been reset. You're already at standard. You've got 25 credits. The point of this is to get an extra 25 because you need 63 credits to finish the challenge.
And with this method, you'll get 75.
Right, because the first 25 is just from the reset. If you shut down Injustice right after that and reload it and, put the date back and your internet connection back, it'll be fine. It'll give you another 25 credits. You'll have 50 total. That's just not quite enough. And if you don't mind, if you're going to be doing regular play, accumulating credits because you're leveling up your new challenge character, then yeah, you can ignore this and you'll be faster and you'll save yourself one step. So we're doing it one more time. That's been a minute. We go back into the challenge. There's our 25 credits. And we do this for the last time. We change the date back. Turn our internet connection back on.
Go back
into the game. So that really is the last key, I think. So the major refinements from just the basic structure and the addition to the timing is when you open Injustice for the first time, you need to wait a little bit. How long? We're not entirely sure. But going into your store and checking your gear collection, waiting for the pictures to populate is really typically enough for us. But if you do it and you still get 16,000 days remaining in the challenge, have a few more apps running in the background.
If you get it consistently.
Yeah, and that's usually enough. So when this comes back up, same message, we're going to come right back out. Alright, there we go. One other option that somebody has found works for them is getting to the settings from this top-down menu. So when you swipe down from the top, like that. Alright, so this is set. We've got 50 credits, and that would normally be it, except now we'll shut down Injustice, start it from scratch, and when you enter the challenge one last time, you get your last 75. That we're going to have to block out.
Yep. That's okay.
Alright, and that's it. So if, it's funny, the typical feedback I think we get is when it's not working. I wouldn't mind if it does work, if you could actually do us a favor of commenting and leaving your device information too.
That would be helpful. The problem is, if it does work, you probably won't have watched this far.
That's true too. Yeah,
It's
so
an unfortunate conundrum.
hope you're liking our multiplayer videos. I think what we're probably going to do soon is been playing around with Cassandra King Batgirl. She's really good.
She is. Yeah. Her ability is just so useful early on.
Her passive is great even when she's low level against higher level, but she becomes dead weight, I guess, if you're only using her for that, because it's only 25% off her current health. Okay, so here we are. Challenge. Everything's right. Another 25 credits. Okay. So you can see we're at standard difficulty. We've got 75 credits to go. Can start the challenge at any point. Remember, this can reset the challenge at any point. If you aren't good enough to finish even the standard level, it's probably worth it still doing as much as you can, because after you can see the rewards, you finish a couple of stages, you'll get your bronze pack and it'll help you advance. And you get some of the recharge cards on the 8th fight of Challenge 1.
So definitely useful no matter where you are in the game.
Alright, so we're going to be back soon with another one of our multiplayer team analyses, and hopefully another Dying Light. I hope you liked our recent Dying Light video.
Yeah, definitely. Talk to you guys later.
Thanks.